In our last section, we saw how deep learning relies on stacked layers to untangle messy data. Now we're going to open the box and look at the physical parts inside those layers. No math required. Welcome to Chapter 7, Deep Learning and Neural Networks. Section 2, Under the Hood, Inside a Neural Network. Here is exactly what we will cover. We'll start with the artificial neuron, then map out the layers, identify the weights, and finally watch a piece of data move from pixels to prediction. When you strip away the science fiction mystique surrounding artificial intelligence, you don't find a synthetic brain. You find a highly mechanical system constructed from very simple repeating parts. Let's start with Part 1, 2.1, the artificial neuron, one simple decision maker. The fundamental building block of a neural network is the artificial neuron, also called a node. Despite the name, it is absolutely not a tiny biological cell. It is a straightforward computing unit designed to perform 4 specific jobs. As we can see in this node diagram, the first 3 jobs happen in sequence. The node receives incoming numbers, assigns a specific level of importance to each, and merges them into a single result in the center. Think about deciding whether to go to the beach. You consider the temperature, whether your friends are free, and the cost of parking. Temperature might carry a lot of weight, your friend's availability might matter a little less, and parking costs might be a tiny factor. The node processes data exactly like this, weighing different factors unequally. Once those weighted factors are combined, the neuron performs its 4th job, the activation function. This acts like a gate or a dimmer switch. It reads the combined total and decides exactly how strongly to fire the resulting signal forward to the next step. On its own, a single neuron is a basic calculator. It has no actual intelligence. The ability to recognize patterns only emerges when this gating process is multiplied thousands or millions of times across a vast network. Which brings us to 2.2, layers, input, hidden, and output. This flowchart shows how individual neurons are organized into vertical rows, known as layers. Every neural network is built using these 3 distinct types of columns. The input layer is the entry point, where raw data, like the numerical brightness of a pixel, enters the system. The output layer is where the network delivers its final answer, like a percentage breakdown telling us an image is 85% cat and 15% dog. Between them are the hidden layers. These are the internal stations where the actual pattern-building work takes place. When you hear the term deep in deep learning, it simply means a network contains a massive number of these hidden middle layers. The whole structure functions like a factory assembly line. Raw material enters one side, gets shaped and refined at successive stations, and exits as a finished product. The layers themselves don't actually know anything, they just provide the physical pathway for data to be transformed. So where is the actual learning stored? That is 2.3. Weights, the knobs that hold the knowledge. Look at this dense web of connection lines between the layers of neurons. Every single line has a specific numerical importance level attached to it, called a weight. Think of these weights as millions of tiny tuning knobs, continuously adjusting the strength of the signal passing through. A high weight tells the receiving neuron to pay close attention to that specific piece of incoming data. A weight dialed down near 0 tells the neuron to mostly ignore it. If you were to copy a fully trained AI model onto a standard USB flash drive, what exactly are you saving? You aren't downloading written rules, sentences, or a digital brain. You are saving an enormous text file containing billions of these specific numerical weights. An untrained network starts with random weights, so it produces pure nonsense. A trained network has carefully tuned weights, allowing it to produce useful answers. The weights are the exact physical location of the model's knowledge. Now let's watch the whole machine run. 2.4. From pixels to prediction. One trip through the network. When a network processes data, it performs what is called a forward pass. In this diagram, we are feeding an image of a handwritten number 7 into the system. The brightness of every individual pixel becomes a raw number, and those numbers stream directly into the input layer. The data moves to the early hidden layers. Here, specific neurons are tuned to react to extremely simple shapes. One node might fire when it detects a short vertical edge, while another fires for a sharp corner. The signal pushes deeper. The later hidden layers take those isolated edges and combine them into larger structural patterns, like a distinct horizontal top stroke meeting a diagonal downstroke. Finally, the data reaches the output layer, which acts as a scoreboard. It evaluates the 10 possible digits, 0 through 9, and reports that based on the activated patterns, it is 96% confident that the image is a 7. Notice two realities here. First, the output is a calculated confidence level, not an absolute certainty. Second, no human programmer wrote a single line of code defining what a 7 looks like. The finely tuned weights did all the work. To see this happen in real time, you can visit the TensorFlow Playground online. It's a free browser tool that lets you build your own layers and actively watch the weights adjust as data flows through. To recap, simple neurons weigh and pass signals forward. Layers organize those neurons into an assembly line. Weights store the actual learned knowledge, and a forward pass pushes raw data through that architecture to generate a prediction. We now know exactly how a fully built machine operates, but a massive question remains. How do millions of random weights find their perfectly tuned values in the first place? We will trace that exact process in Section 3.